All right, I've started a poll on Twitch that is saying, should I buy the Valve Index? And it's $1,000, the whole kit. And this is before the Half-Life VR reveal. Somebody in chat said VR is a scam. And you guys right now, 65% of you say yes? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I have tried Oculus. You guys haven't even seen the video game yet. Treat yourself. Yeah, treat yourself. Yeah, Valve making games again. You just have to spend $1,000 to play. Wait, is Autumn in the chat? Did she say she's okay with it? It's $1,000 for the whole deal. So like, the headset, the controllers, and the receivers, the base stations they call it. I don't have any of this stuff. Like, and you can buy it individually. So, but I'm betting it will play best on Valve Index, right? And then I don't know that it'll play on the Oculus. Let's find out. The Oculus Quest. How much is the Oculus Quest? Oh, it's $500. And that is the Valve Index wireless? Is it wireless? I don't think it's wireless. Wait, is it? It must be. It's not wireless. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's a wire right there. Oculus Quest is at least wireless, and it's $500. But I doubt that. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be on the Quest. Damn it. 60% of you said yes. How dare you? How dare you guys? Well, that's cool. I like that poll idea. That's fun. Don't do it. Valve's gonna make a racing game and you need to buy a car next. Here, you guys are on today. I'm gonna put chat in. Chat on the stream. Because you guys are cracking me up today. You guys are cracking me up. And then I'll move chat for the reveal. There we go. When is the reveal? In 4 minutes. 4 minutes. We get to see this thing. I mean, maybe. Lunar Hero, thanks for the sub, and Gregorio, thanks for the sub. Where? Nice job, Shauna. Way to go. Buy a Stadia. No, I'm not sure about that one. Why can't I Amazon Prime sub on iOS? Reckless Riot. You could probably do it. Type in exclamation point subscribe. Try that. You might be able to do it through a web browser. Guys, where is this reveal? Does anybody know? Is it just a tweet? I would assume they're doing a video or a stream, right? Is it just a tweet? This Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. I'm on Steam. Here's Steam. News? News. Let's click news. Portal 2 update. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're like 2 minutes away. I don't, you think it's just a tweet? Thanks, Gregorio. What does POG mean? Chody gay? I don't know either, but POG generally means you did something good. You want to make quick predictions, Elite Peel? Well, it's going to run on Valve Index and nothing else. It's going to... Yeah, it means play the game, generally. POTG is. Gonna go live. Game's gonna go live in 2 minutes. There's no way that this is a video game that exists right now that I can play in 2 minutes. There's no way. It's gonna be a prequel. Didn't they? I mean, they basically said it was gonna be a prequel, didn't they? Half-Life Alyx. I assume it's gonna be. There's no way this game will be good or not. I mean, hopefully it'll be good. Come on, guys. Is it a VR only stream? That would kill me. Leon X8, thanks for the sub. Hey, you're welcome. Yeah, flagship VR game. That's super exciting. Kung Fuhrer. Thanks for the bits. Name a good VR game. Resident Evil 7. That was on PlayStation VR and it was good. Okay, it's 10 a.m. I'm refreshing. I'm doing it. Nothing's happening. Just so you know. Nothing's on the Valve YouTube channel that I can see. Nothing's on the Steam news area. News. Is it? Go to Steam homepage. Would that be the store? The featured store page? No, it's not in an hour. 10 a.m. Pacific time is literally right now. I'm on Pacific time. So, if their announcement is to be believed. Gusto. Thanks for the sub. Oh yeah, that's true. Valve time. All right, I'm afraid to click these links.
Hey guys, it's Jeff Keighley, and
Oh, to go up on the Game Awards? That's cool. That's fun.
Hey guys, it's Jeff Keighley, and I am here at Valve in Seattle, Washington. This is such a special day for me, and I'm sure for many of you, because Valve is ready to reveal its next project. In 1997, when I was going to college, I came up here to Seattle and met with Gabe Newell and the team when they were making their first game, of course, Half-Life. And I wrote a story about the making of it called The Final Hours of Half-Life. I did it again for Half-Life 2, and today I'm happy to announce that in 2020, I will be writing another Final Hours about the next project. So what is it? Well, it's a new Half-Life project. It's called Half-Life Alyx, a full-blown virtual reality prequel to Half-Life 2.
I love when Jeff gets
right here on
excited.
Floor 14, just
I love
off
it.
the lobby. For the past few years, a team of more than 50 folks at Valve have been working in absolute secrecy building this project. They're working on it right here now. I've been up here quietly over the past couple of years, chronicling the development of that game. I'm sure you have lots of questions about this. I can't believe it's actually happening. And today we're going to give you a little bit of a taste of what's been going on at Valve over the past decade, why now is the right time to talk about this project and bring it out in 2020. Here we go. I know we'll get into this in Final Hours, but there have been a lot of other games that you guys have worked on in the past 9 years that people have just never heard about or never shipped, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, along the way, building Source 2, we tried various...
This is the wrong video, guys? Everyone's shouting at me. How could it possibly be the wrong video? Okay, well, here's the announcement trailer, but there's that video too, guys. Come on. All right, let's start over. Half-Life Alyx announcement trailer.
I'm here. So what's the plan?
If we can get this weapon, what we're doing here could change things forever.
There's no straight shot to the vault. I'm gonna head inside, find a way out. Got it.
I'm with you every step of the way.
You're gonna need a gun! Don't worry, it's unloaded. It's unloaded now!
Combine chatter's really picking up. They know you're coming. You need to get out of here, now. Oh, God.
They've got Dad.
They're gonna find out what he knows, and then they're gonna kill him.
All this is my fault. I never told you. I couldn't. I'm so sorry, baby.
You will not save him. Alyx Vance alone cannot prevent his fate.
Close your eyes, honey.
There's no way the game's gonna play like this. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Generally, Valve can deliver. Valve's really good at delivering. And it's probably playing on a... it's probably playing like on a super, you know, obviously a supercomputer. Alright. Where is the... on the store page, you said? Let's check. Let's check. There it is. Look at that. You can buy it. Holy shit. Yeah, it requires a virtual reality headset. Well, fuck. Now I gotta buy this video game. Half-Life Alyx is Valve's VR return to the Half-Life series. The story of an impossible fight against the vicious alien race known as the Combine, set between the events of Half-Life and Half-Life 2. So it is a prequel. Playing as Alyx Vance, you are humanity's only chance for survival. The Combine's control of the planet since the Black Mesa incident is only strengthened as they corral the remaining population in cities. Among them are some of Earth's greatest scientists, you and your father, Dr. Eli Vance. 10% off, yeah. As founders of a fledgling resistance, you've continued your clandestine scientific activity, performing critical research and building invaluable tools for the few humans brave enough to buy the Combine. Every day you learn more about your enemy, and every day you work toward finding a weakness. Valve's return to the Half-Life universe that started off was built from the ground up for virtual reality. VR was built to enable the gameplay that sits at the heart of Half-Life. Immerse yourself in deep environmental interactions, puzzle-solving, world exploration, and visceral combat. Learn to aim around a broken wall and under a barnacle to make an impossible shot. Rummage through shelves to find a healing syringe like we saw in the trailer. And some shotgun shells. Manipulate tools to hack alien interfaces. Toss a bottle through a window to distract an enemy. That's cool. Rip a head crab off your face and throw it at a Combine soldier. Customers who have purchased Valve Index hardware by the end of 2019 will have access to unique bonuses. Explore hold on. Explore environments from Half-Life Alyx in your Steam VR home space. Oh, that's fun. Alternate gun skins. Special Half-Life Alyx themed content for Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, and Dota 2. Set of Source 2 tools for building new environments will ship with the game, enabling any player to build and contribute new environments for the community to enjoy. Hammer, Valve's level authoring tool, has been updated with all the game's virtual reality gameplay tools and components. Cool! That is really cool. That's really fun. But you have to buy the Valve Index. For this stuff, you have to buy the Valve Index by the end of 2019. For just these three things, I think. For the CSGO skins, the gun skins for Half-Life Alyx, and then the environments of Half-Life Alyx. Minimum 1060. Yeah, what's the 1060 is good. Core i5 is good. 12 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, not bad. Valve Index, 1,000% worth it, Stephen Blomkamp says. No, I don't have a 2080. I have a 1080 Ti, so that'll be fine. Although I was planning on upgrading by the time this comes out. But that means you have to buy... Jeez. By the end of 2019, you've got to buy the Valve Index. Ugh. Yeah, seriously, rent or VR. Thanks, Belgian. All right. Well, let's watch. All right, I'm gonna buy Half-Life Alyx right now. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna buy it. Available March 2020. March 2020. I mean, I love Half-Life. I gotta do it. I know I don't have the VR. I'm gonna have the VR by then. I'm sure of it. Especially considering this is my job now. Let's see here. Just to prove that I did it. There you go. Thank you for your purchase. Yeah, I'm just buying the game. Yeah, Steven, no, the Valve Index is amazing tech. That is for sure. So I have no doubt that the game will be good, and that Half-Life Alyx, like, in VR will be really, really, really good. I have no doubt.
For Bruce's VR fund.
Panzer, thanks. You didn't have to do that. But yeah, it's gonna be. I can't. There's no way this game's gonna be bad, right? The Index comes with Alyx for free. Oh shit. Blapsy thanks for the sub. Well. Wait, isn't free for Valve Index? No. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Come on, guys. Oh, it does. Here, I can just cancel the pre-order. Yeah, I can request a refund. All right, I'm getting a refund. See, I'm too excited. Fuck, I'm too excited. I love it. Dude, $1,000? Really? Really, guys? We're gonna do $1,000 right now? That's insane. Insane. All right, I requested. Done. Done and done. You get a free game, yeah, that's true. Why not? Why not? That's true. It's only $947 since you get the game for free. That's true. That's a good point. You get a discount. I'm guessing the 1080 Ti will be fine. Mike CM, you're right. That's right. I am a millionaire. What am I talking about? Of course I'm a millionaire. I could buy 100 Valve. No, I got to think about this purchase. I got to think about long and hard. You can get any VR headset that uses Steam, such as SS Blue. What else are you talking about? I would assume it's going to work the best on Valve Index. Not to mention that I've heard pretty much everybody in the industry say the Valve Index is really, really good. It's compatible with HTC Vive and Oculus, huh? That's surprising. That is very surprising. Just system requirements doesn't even say that. See, I don't know that you don't. I feel like you would want the Valve Index for this, though. You want the headset that they designed the game on. Oh yeah, there you go. Valve Index, HTC Vive, Windows Mixed Reality. I don't even know what that is. Seated, standing. I wonder if you have to play standing. Hey, Crime. Thanks, Crime. I don't have another headset. This would be the first VR headset that I have. Does it work with Nintendo Labo? I don't even know what Windows Mixed Reality is. No, I don't want to buy a used Vive. Hell no. Yeah, okay. So you could buy the Valve Index, which, again, my inclination is to buy this only because this is the game. This is the way the game was designed. Was on this thing. But the Quest is wireless. Not as powerful, but still wireless. Yeah, just ask Valve to send you one for free. Sure, yeah, Valve, they know me. They don't know me. Quest won't work? SS Blue? He says Quest won't work. Let's get to the bottom of this, shall we? Looks like Oculus Rift. So the Quest won't work, but it has to be the Rift? The Rift S? The cheaper version? That doesn't make any sense. Quest is a mobile headset. Yeah, no, I know. I know. What's up, Kemp? Oh, thanks, Zabir. Quest is expensive because it doesn't need a PC. Okay. So you're saying that the Rift S will work, but not the Quest. I don't know that I believe that, but I mean, maybe. Geralt, no, I never have. Yeah, the Quest has better resolution. Both will work, Quarren. Alright. Let's see here. Can I just click a specs button? I just want to see a specs button. No, I can't. Great. Terrific. Yeah, no, you can buy everything separately for the Valve Index. Like, you can buy the controllers and the headset and all that stuff. But again, the game was designed on this thing, so. And I've heard that, actually here, let's do this. CNET I trust. CNET I trust. I want to see the review. Are they going to make me scroll all the way to the to go like to see the actual review? CNET. Rift S will work, but then you aren't going to get the Knuckles controllers. Right. Quest might work, but you'll be playing it like on a Wii U. We'll need a separate controller or cable to stream from PC. Right. That's another thing, too. I have to stream it. So. Oculus Quest, the best standalone VR. Although, when was this? Well, this was just a few days ago. Oh, okay. So the Valve Index has the best controllers. Got it. Yeah, we should watch that Jeff Keighley video. I'm curious. Let's watch the Jeff Keighley video.
Games in different franchises.
Black Lightning, thanks for the sub.
And each of them kind of moved the engine forward in some way, and explored some idea.
RTR, I requested a refund.
And they were all backburnered, you know, for good reasons, I think. but they were more like milestones
Yeah.
along the way to get to where we are now with Half-Life Alyx. I think it'd be really fun to delve into those.
Yeah.
You know,
We will.
Yeah,
Well,
in the
that's
future.
things I think some people think that, Valve's off, counting its money or not, not making games. And you guys, been here working on a bunch of projects. But then I think it, brings obviously to this one and like, why this, why now? And, some people would probably cynically say like, oh, Valve has to go back to making games now that, Epic's chipping away at Steam and, Artifact that wasn't necessarily the hit everyone wanted it to be. And that's not what happened, but can you maybe kind of talk about like how you got to the point of like Half-Life Alyx
That's a good
and
question,
get into
Jeff.
the fact that it's VR
Those are
and
good
whatnot,
questions.
but how did this sort of begin as an idea?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to go back to around 2016 or so when the
Okay.
Vive shipped, right? And I think there was our feeling after we shipped the Vive and the lab was aligned, I think, fairly cleanly with what we were seeing a bunch of customers say at the time, which was like, where's the big VR title, right? Where's the thing? Like, a lot of people could see the promise of the VR as a platform, but
Well, the lab was awesome.
The
I
lab
love
was
that. That was
amazing,
like an
yes.
experiment, right? Yeah.
Very happy with the
I
lab.
think
Yeah.
the lab was, I think, a combination of our efforts at understanding the mechanics of VR, and I think, and a lot of, the industry as a whole was doing all kinds of really interesting experimentation and mechanics of VR. I think, and then so when customers were saying, "Where's the big VR game?" One of the things we had to do around that time is to sort of ask, "Well, what do they mean then?" Because we thought like the lab was a big game. We thought a lot of those other great indie devs and so on were making great VR games as well, and so it seemed like to us that a bunch of people were asking, "Where's the big sort of all-encompassing
Left 4 Dead 3.
content all that you get in a big AAA title of some kind?"
High production values.
Yeah, just, and if there are many reasons why it was and still is hard to justify building something of that scope in VR, we felt like that was a role we could fill because we can certainly invest in sort of longer term strategies around
bet I did,
putting more
Nordwoods.
effort and money and time into something that we may expect a return in for an audience like the VR. So back in 2016, we shipped the lab, and we started doing experiments on what other things we could do with
I
this.
remember when Gabe was saying we're working on like 2 or 3 VR things or
Yeah.
something. There was like ideas, and so was it? So it wasn't like let's do a Half-Life VR game. It was like let's do a big
No.
VR game.
No, it was
Started?
definitely let's do a big VR game.
Okay.
And then we explored different franchises. We kind of ruled out multiplayer just because of the small audience for VR.
Right.
And I mean other issues as well with VR avatars and things like that.
You're welcome,
Yeah.
Colby.
And we kind of settled on like Portal or
What's up, man?
Half-Life as interesting. And Portal is so much about, flinging yourself through space and through portals that we thought, well, we're going to make a bunch of people sick with this game.
That's why, like, the lab or the Aperture Hands, like that was in the Portal universe, and that kind of worked. But you're right, like a full-on Portal game.
Yeah,
would
full-on
be
Portal game
disorienting.
seemed challenging, and then we looked at Half-Life and kind of the DNA of that product, and a bunch of the elements seemed really enhanced by VR.
Yeah.
Half-Life is about this cadence of story, combat, puzzle, exploration, interaction, environmental art, vistas, things like that. And they all seem to be enhanced or reinvented in interesting ways by VR.
Yeah.
And so as we explored that, you guys were, I wasn't on the team at the time, but you guys were doing the prototype.
Yeah, with Dario and a small group of us, we basically literally started with Half-Life assets, so Half-Life 2 assets. So we built this short, 15-minute, I think it was our intention was to build 15 minutes of a Half-Life experience using Half-Life textures, Half-Life assets. I think we stole Counter-Strike's gloves that they hadn't even shipped yet in Counter-Strike at the time.
So combat stuff.
Sorry. No, we needed hands for the.
Right, yeah.
But yes, all the combat stuff in the game was just running straight Half-Life 2 AI, just in VR. And
the assets, 12 years old.
yeah, it was, it was,
No, I was saying, I remember
very
like
nostalgic.
over the years, I've always been wondering. It's like, oh, when are they going to touch those assets? Or like secretly, I'd ask about like getting the G-Man for something, and it's like see if they had a new model. But no, it's like the same model
it's the
from
same
like
one, yeah.
So, I mean, Dario, you were on the shipping the original game when I was here in like 1997. Even though you guys said, hey, it would be cool to do something Half-Life with this, sort of what comes with that, right? Like sort of touching that IP again. And I think a lot of us watching this today and are like, we never thought this day was actually going to come. Like, was there trepidation when you guys finally said, like, yeah, we could do Half-Life, but like,
there was
there's
a reason
lot
it was a
extra
small.
with that.
There was a reason it was a small team doing
Okay.
that prototype.
I see a lot of people are 9 XXX in Bunster. 9 XXX is not happy about this this reveal. Hey, buddy, it's okay. You don't have to buy it. That's the best part about this is that you don't have to buy the game. Number one, and I mean it'll be a good game. Like it's gonna be. I don't know that it'll live up to the hype of Half-Life 3. That's the fun, is that we get to find out whether or not it's gonna live up to the hype of that. I don't think it will. 9 XXX, yeah. I mean, if you have a headset, you keep saying they waste all this money on another headset we don't need. I mean, if you have a headset, it seems like it'll work. So any other headset will work. If you've got Oculus Rift or Vive or whatever else, it's going to work on Half-Life Alyx. Will work on that. Dante, thanks for the sub. But for the people that don't have the headset, then again, you can buy anything. You can buy you can buy the Oculus Rift S, which is $400. You can buy the Quest, which is $500. You can buy the Valve Index, which is $1,000. So I don't know. It's like, you know, the game's gonna play the best on this thing because it was designed on that. It'd be like buying, like using an Apple app on the iPhone versus using it on a Google phone. It's gonna work better on the Apple phone because that's the way they designed it. So. Oh, I see. All right. So 9 XXX is upset. I get it. You're upset because they could have just given us the game without VR. There was no way they're going to do that. They're a business. They're looking to sell their headsets along with video games, of course. So that's the point. So don't buy it. That's easy enough. Just don't buy it. This is something that I've seen a lot, which people get upset. There's like, oh, I can't believe they're doing this. Like, they're making us buy this thing. It's like, no, they're not. You just don't buy it. Brighton Robinson, thanks for the sub. It's really that simple. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no peer pressure. Like, I'm sure one of your friends will buy it. You can go over and play it at their house or whatever, and then that's good. And you're good to go. Would I play No Man's Sky VR? I don't know. Right, well, that's the... Okay, so Rivendare there, there's the catch, right? There's the catch. The catch is a lot of people are like, well, I don't understand. They just make the game. Why does it have to be in VR? Well, because they want to sell the VR headset. Well, then, so you're probably upset because you want to buy it, but you can't because it's super expensive and you need this headset and all this other bullshit. Totally understand you being upset. That makes complete sense to me. But unfortunately, that is the way that all of the world works. Is there are always catches, right? There's always a compromise, and truthfully, it's just like, well, just stand up for what you believe in. Don't get it. And then when the game does not sell headsets, because a lot of people didn't want to spend $1,000 on the index, then at that point, they know that they made the wrong product, and they have to go back to the drawing board and get better at it. So, oh, I got you, Rivendare. Don't worry. I completely understand what 9 is saying. I completely understand, and I understand your trepidation and your not anger, but more of like frustration. But it's easy. Just don't buy it. It really is that simple. And I know it sucks because you don't get to play the game, but play the game somewhere else. Yeah, or just don't play it at all. No big deal. You don't need to be upset about it. You could just be like, you know what? Oh, okay, 9 can play the game fine. Yeah, cool. Well, they're a business. They got to make money. That's how they make money. Well, what is the point, 9? You tell me. What's the point? Oh, thanks. Oh, Nordwood, that's awesome. What's your point, 9? Why are you upset? It's really easy just to not be upset about this stuff and be like, ah, fuck it. You can buy it later. That's true. In a year's time, you can. I'm sure the Valve Index will be cheaper. They're adding another game for another headset to push for another game that will let down everyone. I mean, you don't know any of those things. That's all speculation. But I again understand what you're saying. But they're not doing anything to you. You don't have to do anything. You could just be like, Max to L, thanks for the sub. You could just be like, yo, I'm not gonna buy it. And then if they really make you upset, don't support them at all. That's the easiest way to do it. You can get the Rift S for more than half less yet. Yeah, I mean the Rift S is $400, so that's not a pessimistic thing. You just don't buy it. I mean, like, that's not pessimistic at all. Hard to buy games nowadays without Steam. That's not true at all. There are the most launchers there have ever been. Origin, Epic, fucking Ubisoft. Geez, I mean, like Rockstar. Yeah, GOG. It is really easy to not support Steam. It's actually the easiest it's ever been. But again, this is easy. You just don't do it. Like, if you don't buy the game and you don't buy the Valve Index, it'll be clear. It'll be clear to Valve that they made the wrong decision, right? And so if everybody, if the whole consumer base is like, nah, that's dumb, then that's it. Then Valve goes, all right, well, we made the wrong choice. The next game we make will not be for VR headsets. I completely understand what you're saying. It's more about just redirecting your frustration into something productive. The Burrowlator, thanks for the sub. That's it. That's all. Just redirect their frustration into action. Am I going to stream playing the game? Yeah, absolutely, of course. Arcade Diet, thank you for the sub. And you don't have to buy a Valve Index to play it. You can buy any headset, it seems. You can buy the Vive, the Oculus Rift, Windows Mixed Reality, whichever that is. Lasers, thanks for the sub. And by the way, Nine, I'm not trying to like dogpile on you. I completely understand what you're saying. I totally get it. So don't think of it as that. I don't want you to think. What else does Valve offer? I mean, like, this is basically it right now. From what I have heard, the Index is the best headset. The Valve Index is the best VR headset that exists right now. So, I mean, this headset already existed. I know you don't need another VR headset, but it existed for months. It's been out for a long time. Drecky Music, thanks for the sub. Very much. Oh my gosh. Do they make the Vive anymore? I believe so. Let's check. But again, if they don't, just buy the Oculus Rift. What is this? Products. Vive Cosmos. Huh. I can't even click these. There we go. No, I don't want. No. What is this? So that's $700. Huh. Interesting. The Vive can go wireless with the PC. Oh, gotcha. HTC and Valve don't do business anymore. Yeah, so you have to buy this separately. Vive Pro. The Vive. This website is struggling. I would assume. And look at that. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's do Amazon HTC Vive. Yeah, and guys in chat, don't dogpile on Nine. I get what he's saying. It's again just redirect your frustration into action. So the Vive's $500 on Amazon. Oh, Rad Gnarly, I haven't spent any money yet, sir. Yeah, I've been meaning to buy a VR headset anyways because of VR chat and all the other stuff. But the Vive Pro is $1,400. What the? Is the Vive Pro the Valve Index? Why is it so much money? My play area is very small. Here, I'll show you. It's this. I can't even, like, extend my arms outward. Man, why is this so much money? Enclosed patio? Basically, yeah. It's a balcony that's enclosed. Do you think this will be the system seller Valve intends it to be for the Index? I don't know. I think it will sell more headsets than they're selling now, which is not many. Oh, the Vive Pro is an enterprise solution? Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, I mean, streamers will buy it because it's their business. That's what they do. That's why I would buy it, and it would be a tax write-off for sure. It'll be a flash in the pan. It most certainly might be 9. That's true. Jeff tweeted that it took him over 15 hours to beat Half-Life Alyx. Ah. All right, so 15 hours of VR gameplay. Not bad. I mean, Portal 2 is like maybe 6 hours of gameplay, and it's awesome. Totally worth it. Yeah, no, I don't know that I want the Vive Pro. I'm just looking at the prices. Yeah, Kung Fuhrer's got a pretty good statement in there. I don't know. It's an interesting problem to have, right? Windows Mixed Reality headsets are $250. Here, let's search Windows Mixed Reality. Oculus Go, it's $200. I don't know that these headsets are going to work very well for. Oh boy, it's my favorite time of day. Valdez, thanks for the sub. You might want to set up the VR in a larger room. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Fausti, I may stream the Game Awards. I may be there though. So. Fargo Brady, thanks for the sub as well. It's lawnmower time, baby. Love it. Well, what else? It's actually a leaf blower time. Is that the Microsoft Theater again? Probably. Yeah, Quarren, that's what I had heard. That the Oculus Rift S and the Index were the best that you could get. I have heard, like what CNET was saying, was that CNET's review basically says the Valve Index has the best VR controllers. Yeah. It's not wireless, though. The Valve Index, obviously. Crash Bandicoot, I have not finished it. I was planning on playing it later today, I think. Let's see here. Oculus Quest is the best standalone VR. More limited library of apps, right. Right. But it's again on the Steam store. It says that Half-Life Alyx is compatible with the Quest and stuff like that. So, did I feel any sort of motion sickness in VR? Not really. Generally, I don't get motion sick from those things. Usually I'm pretty good about it. With index controllers, you can move fingers and they register. That's cool. Quest will soon allow PC attachment. Let's check it out. Oculus Quest PC attachment. Oculus announced Oculus Link, a feature launch in November 2019. Oh, that's right now. Oculus Quest Link. Oh, this just came out. Sorry about the leaf blower. Yeah, it's weird because you would buy the Quest, which is wireless, and then buy the Link, which is then a wire. I don't know. The Link, it's just an $80 cable. And so basically you would use this so that you could, I don't know. You could stream, so you could see what you're streaming? I don't know. It's interesting. Let's see here. Huh. They're saying that VentureBeat's saying that basically it's the end of they're ending the rift with the Quest and the Link. The leaf blower. Bartholomew, thanks for the sub very much. Well, okay. A lot of choices right now. You can buy a super cheap headset if you want to, and play Half-Life Alyx. The game's $53. And yeah, okay. Or wait 4 months. 9XXX. You think there's gonna be and you keep saying, "Hey, buy another headset." I don't have a headset. How many people in chat? Actually, I can do a poll. I'll make a poll. Poll. How many of you have a VR headset? Here comes a poll. There we go. Bang. And I'm curious to see. Because, 9, I think you're overestimating how many people have a VR headset. And I think that's why Valve is doing this. Because they're trying to sell their headsets. There's a poll at the top of chat, so if you click that, you can do it. No, just any VR headset. Any VR headset. Doesn't matter which one it is. How many of you have a VR headset? I don't know, it's weird. I'm surprised that you can't see those on your phone, these polls, but... Any VR headset. I don't care, it doesn't matter. That's weird, because I can make a poll on Twitch, but then... it doesn't show up for people on the phone? I don't know. I'm not sure what to tell you about that. I don't know how to... Like, I basically just put it up. The results here. Actually, Crime, this is going to be the link. For every poll. That, right there. Cole Freeman, nah, this is way easier. This is way easier. You can't really make it a normal poll because then somebody's going to make a straw poll, etc., etc. So I already put the link in. So Crime, that will always be the poll link. That. Right there. All you got to do is click it. Spiral Jew, thanks for the sub. All you got to do is click it. Do you think VR is the future of gaming or just a gimmick? Right now, it's just a gimmick, Tape Tarko. Right now, it's just a gimmick. Doesn't work, huh? Just, I clicked that link and that doesn't, I don't know. I'm not sure. If only I knew. All right, well. Sorry, sorry guys on phones. I'm trying, but Twitch's polls don't work mobile, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. Steven! Thanks for doing that, Steven. I appreciate it, as always. So, at least according to the 140 votes we got, 77% of you do not have a VR headset. And this is precisely why Valve is doing this. They're selling a VR headset with a game because they need to sell headsets. Raccoonsy, I should be on later, yeah. One in chat for yes, two for no. Sure, let's do it. Why not? Put a 1 in chat if you have a VR headset, and a 2 if you don't have a VR headset. Put a 1 in chat if you do have a VR headset, and a 2 if you don't. And I'll eyeball it, and it looks just the same. 2 means no. Most people are saying no. So that's what I mean. Is that that's what I mean. Is that generally generally people do not have a VR headset, and thus Half-Life Alyx, because they want to sell it. Also, I think they want to make a good game. That's something that's important. I think that they truly do have very, very talented game designers and writers over at no, I don't have a headset, Voodoo. But 9, that's not the definition of insanity. That's a business, man. They're trying to sell. They're trying to sell their VR headsets. And it's going to work. It'll sell VR headsets. It will work. It will sell VR headsets. I don't know how many it'll sell. That's the catch, right? Shortando, no. I'm not deciding which headset. I mean, like, if I buy one, it's going to be the Valve Index. I was just looking at prices. Because if I buy the Valve Index, currently unavailable. Oh, well then. I'll probably buy it on Valve's website. But if I buy the Valve Index, it is the headset that Half-Life Alyx was designed to play on. And I've also heard really good things about the Valve Index. So, but it's extremely expensive. Flightme loves VR and has spent thousands of hours in VR. But it is way too much money. That's the problem. And again, like we were talking about earlier, if you don't like it, don't buy it. If it upsets you, turn your frustration into action, don't buy it. Digital Tears is right. I think there's something here about how Valve wouldn't make a game like this anymore. They have no reason to unless it's tied up in pushing the underlying tech and moving further into a whole new business as an extension. It's the only move worth making for Valve. Absolutely. We've been saying it for literally years on Inside Gaming, is that Valve is going to make Half-Life in VR, and it's because they need to push headsets. We've been saying that for so long. Abulam, thanks for the sub. Very much. A tier 1 sub. Why does it say honk on your merch? Because of Bruce's Gooses, Moose. Moose, you're a Bruce's Goose. All you got to do is just not buy it. It's really simple. It's the same with Disney. I hear a lot of people being like, Crash Band, no. I mean, like, I can move my entire setup into another room, but, you know. Yeah, Steven, we all wish that too. We wish Valve had released Half-Life Alyx for when they first released the HTC Vive. Because then that would have been sort of the big launch that everybody wanted, but apparently it took them years, so. Yeah, Crime, I don't have a choice. I have to VR in this room if I'm going to do it anywhere. I don't know. Can you play Alyx sitting down? Half-Life Alyx? I think. Let's see here. It says play area, seated, standing, room scale. So apparently it can change? You can play any VR game sitting. Yeah, generally, yes, you can. But I wonder if there are parts of the game that like need you to be standing or moving around. You can probably choose. I hope so. That would be cool. If you're going to stay in this room, you probably don't need the base stations. Ooh, really, Prestige? Think so? On top of $1,000, we got to get a new apartment. Nordwoods, yeah, but from a very long time ago. I'm happy to see Half-Life again, too. I'm excited about it. I'm super excited about it. Yeah, they just finished Source 2 engine recently. Yeah, that's true. I like talking to you guys about video games. It's fun. Yeah, I mean, like, for me, it makes sense to buy it because I'll stream it. It's part of my business. That makes sense. But for you guys, I don't know. I mean, like, if you really want to play Half-Life Alyx, you can get it with spending like $400, $500, $400 on the Rift S. And then, yeah, it's $400. It'll be even cheaper probably later in March. Yeah, people are saying that the Windows Mixed Reality can be like $200. You can get away with that too. So you can get away with spending $200 on a headset and then also $53 on Half-Life Alyx. So somewhere in the neighborhood of $300 for the whole deal. Which is cool, but also way more money than a normal video game, which is $53. And again, just don't buy it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. It's simple. It's a really easy solution. You do get Alyx for free with the set, yeah. So, well, with the Valve Index set. Yeah, with the Valve Index set, but not with like the cheap Oculus Rift S or whatever. Have I tried Beat Saber? Yes, I have, and it's fucking awesome. If I wanted a VR, is rather to have the more expensive ones, probably being they're expensive. Yeah, no, I mean, this is always going to be expensive. It's like it's buying another piece of hardware. It comes with this stuff, and the price didn't go up. The price has always been $1,000 for this thing. So, yes, Alyx is free when you buy the Valve Index. It could be cool for a lot of people that want to work in Source 2 and use those environmental tools that Half-Life Alyx comes with. Like community-built environments. Yeah, a set of Source 2 tools for building new environments will ship with the game. That's cool. 9XXX says Alyx is just another tech demo for VR. It certainly could be. It certainly could be. Yeah, you only get the game for free if you buy it before the end of 2019. You're right. And I don't know that I have this money to spend before the end of this year. 12 gigabytes of RAM is pretty crazy, right? I think it's crazy too for the system requirements, but apparently it took Jeff Keighley 15 hours to beat it. The stream's for rich people. Dude, and that's the thing. You don't have to spend any money. You could probably just watch a streamer play it. It's that easy. Yeah, I'll do the work. I'll spend the money. It'll be a business expense that I won't be able to write off fully, but I'll still be able to write off a portion of it. Hands down, funny. Thanks for gifting to 9XXX. 9. We're glad to have you, by the way. I appreciate that you're here. You're being a good chatter. But make sure you pay it forward, 9. Buy an index for Autumn as a Christmas present. Yeah, she would love that. She would never use it. Extreme, I'm excited to play Half-Life Alyx. I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. Let's see if Valve tweeted it. March 2020. Oh my gosh, it just unloaded on us. March 2020, which is Animal Crossing, and then right before Cyberpunk as well. John Locke, should I play Fallen Order later today? Is that what you guys want to watch? Fallen Order? Austin, you missed the whole reveal. Oh, 9, thanks for doing that. See? Fucking love this dude, 9. Fucking love this dude. Mark WH, you just got gifted this sub. So Mark, now you got to pay it forward. Oh, Rad Gnarly also gifted to Spider Gwens. Spider Gwens, pay that forward. Thank you, Rad Gnarly. Do you think you can play VR games in Cyberpunk? I don't know. I'm not sure. Austin really wants Outer Worlds or Red Dead. Fallen Order is definitely a good buy, especially on the Origin store because it's only $15. So if you buy the Origin Premier Access or whatever it is, the monthly thing, it's $15, and you get Fallen Order for 30 days. You got 30 days to play it. Totally worth it. Circuit Glitch, thanks for the sub. So it's just totally worth it. Let's watch the trailer again. Not in this quality. Shall we? I'm excited.
I'm here. So what's the plan?
If we can get this weapon, what we're doing here could change things forever.
There's no straight shot to the vault. I'm gonna head inside, find a way out. Got it.
I'm with you every step of the way.
You're gonna need a gun. Don't worry, it's unloaded. It's unloaded now.
I love Reese Darby. I love him. Murray from Flight of the Conchords.
Combine channel's really picking up. They know you're coming. You need to get out of here, now. Oh, God.
They've got Dad.
They're gonna find out what he knows, and then they're gonna kill him.
All this is my fault. I never told you. I couldn't. I'm so sorry, baby.
You will not save him. Alyx Vance alone cannot prevent his fate.
Close your eyes, honey.
Looks fucking awesome. I'm excited about this. That's cool. GTTN, thanks for the sub, by the way. Getting co. That looks cool. Come on. Come on, guys. I'm excited about it. Kung Fuhrer, thanks for gifting to BG3. BG3, pay that forward. Do something nice for somebody else, BG3, since you got gifted a sub. Hey, that's cool. It's a prequel, by the way. It happens between Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2. Just so you know. So we're all aware. And where was I watching? Where did my... Soviet Cat, of course I am. I love cars. Yeah, Extreme. I should do a Half-Life 1 and 2 playthrough before this comes out. Also, I would be very surprised if this game comes out in March 2020. It's probably going to be delayed. Yeah, it's probably going to be delayed. Cool, but not $1,000 cool. Yeah, again, you can get away with you can get away with spending like, what's it called? $400, $300 on a headset and the video game. So you're talking $350-ish. You can get away with that. I'm not saying it's worth it. I'm just saying you can get away with that if that's what you want. Do I think VR is worth investing in currently? I don't know about that one. And I don't know if this is the game that will do it either. So, what do you say? Do you guys want to watch more of this Jeff Keighley interview with the developers? Oh, BG3, thanks for gifting. Satch Fats. Satch Fats, pay it forward. Yeah, let's watch it. All right, cool. Let's do it.
It a lot easier because we were just sort of, what can we do? How can we translate the Half-Life mechanics to the VR and the hands and the headset? And it was
Tia Hal,
really,
thanks for the sub.
like, it was immediately really obvious there's a lot of potential here with this stuff. And just like one after another, we put these Half-Life mechanics into VR.
Right.
Some of them worked really well. Some of them were pretty.
Helivagi, EDF is coming
that were really promising
tonight.
We just sort of organically grew as we saw.
As Dave was saying, like the sort of cadence, the DNA of Half-Life, as we started to put people through this 15-minute sort of prototype, they would spend 45 minutes in it, doing a bunch of stuff that we'd never really see.
Nine.
A bunch of behaviors.
Nine. I want to play Red Dead 2 online, but I want to do role play.
Desktop environment where they spend a lot more time paying attention to the environment and looking around and exploring, and all those. Like that kind of behavior really dovetailed very nicely.
I never played Rust, Getting Co.
Sort of core DNA of Half-Life, and so we were really excited because if players are exhibiting that kind of interest in exploring their environment before we've even really got any reason to explore it in this prototype,
and the fact that it was so incredibly low fidelity,
it
was almost comical.
Yeah,
but it didn't seem to matter because like the sense of immersion, the sense of being there was powerful enough that.
No, and now having played through it, I mean, that sense of immersion, it's just, I mean, what you guys have done visually with it and the look, I mean, it is absolutely Half-Life. I think that's something that will probably surprise people. I think there was rumors like, oh, you guys might be doing some kind of, Half-Life VR thing, and people are probably expecting it, small, room with old assets. Like, this is like a full-blown AAA production, which is absolutely incredible to see kind of what you and the team put together. But the big question I think everyone is going to have, it's like, VR is an emerging market. A very small percentage of, probably Half-Life fans and customers have VR. So I'm sure some people are like, great you're doing Half-Life. We're super excited that's happening, but like, why does this have to be VR only?
Great question.
Which, you know, is a fair concern for people, right? It's like, are they forcing me to buy VR
Great
and have
question.
the next Half-Life experience? Is that just because, you know, you think the opportunity for innovation was sort of in the VR space with this? Like, you're not doing a flat screen version of this game, right?
Yeah, I mean, we would love to be delivering a version of this that you could play with a mouse and a keyboard, but like as we said, it began as an exploration of VR, and the more we used the controllers and the headset, we realized the amount of interactions this gives, the amount of possibilities these things give us. The more we explored it, the more we realized that there's so much opportunity that we can't really translate back to the keyboard. When you can track your hands separately from your head, they're all 3D space, all simultaneously tracking and moving. You just can't really get that with a mouse and keyboard. And when you put that into game mechanics, the kinds of interactions that we can do now, we couldn't possibly do with a mouse and keyboard. Like interacting with doors is like one of the most obvious things. I mean, you've played, so you've seen.
Oh, it's so fun, and I think the thing, like,
Also,
what
they
I
need
was
to
saying
sell-
about
they need to
combat
sell
stuff
headsets, guys.
Is when you're pulling
are
a
true.
clip and putting the gun and
They
like,
need to sell headsets,
ducking
too.
for cover. I mean, there's funny videos of me playing this thing where you're, I mean, literally on the floor and ducking. I mean, it's like the combat is truly immersive and visceral, and it reminds me of like classic Half-Life, but it's so much different. I mean, I'm sure you could potentially map some of that to like a mouse or controller, but it's just,
The
I don't know, I
amount
think
of
it's better.
complexity
Yeah.
that's going on there, it's, just, it's so hard to, we would have to map an entire section of the keyboard dedicated just to interacting with doors if we wanted to have that kind of functionality. Whereas it's so intuitive for you because you know how the door
It's
works.
both,
and you
though.
can sort of
I bet it
crack
works
open
better
a
in
little bit with
VR,
one hand and
but
with
also
the
they
other.
need
you
to
put the
sell
gun
headsets.
through and like
You
pull
can
it back.
peek
and
through,
it's
you
like,
can knock it open, you can drop a grenade in and close the door. And like,
no,
you
there's
just
one
can't do any
sequence
of
in the
that.
game where it's literally like you literally open it, throw something, and close it, and it's like that's what makes it so unique and fun, and that's what I think Half-Life has always represented is like innovation in play style and what it is, and I think there's innovation there in how you play, which I think, as you said, might not translate to.
Yeah, and like the more we explored those mechanics, the more we realized that in order
And then,
for
Fatty,
us
I
to
don't
deliver a
agree with
keyboard
that.
and mouse experience, we'd have
I think
to
that people at Valve really do
ship
care
a
about
game
what
with,
Half-Life
like,
is.
that's missing a lot of those interactions.
I'm sure the developers
They were
really do care about
playtesting
what they're
so well
making.
that we didn't feel like that was a good idea.
Well, yeah, you'd end up watering down the VR
They know what
experience,
this needs to live up to.
or, you know, to try to do both at the same time.
Right.
And the process was really, what can we do with these controllers and the HMD? And so that, as we explored that idea, it just drove us into this place where the game became essentially VR rather than just kind of superficially VR, you know?
No.
And it would be, like Dario said, really hard to support those mechanics on a keyboard.
A lot of cases, almost impossible.
Yeah.
Like, I just
And
can't
you're
see how
supporting
they would pull it
other,
off.
and it's not just Index, right? It's supporting like Vive and Oculus
Right.
and beyond,
we want
multiple PC headsets, right?
Everyone that we can get to be able to play this, we want to be able to play it.
Yeah.
And our requirements, I mean, track controllers is sort of one of the main things, just because, as Dario says, we do so much with players. You know, we're constantly asking the player to be doing things simultaneously with both hands.
Oh, it's a workout when you're going
The
through
amazing
it.
thing is it's all intuitive. You're not learning bindings of a keyboard to, you know, you press this and then something happens. It's all.
No, I said when you're pulling the clip,
exactly
reloading
as
the
you-
gun, and it's like it's a whole nother. It's a new way of playing, but is really deep and immersive.
Hopeless situation.
And then you layer on, you know, I think the fact that you've got great story here and great characters and the things that people love about Valve, kind of in this environment as well. It's a prequel. People don't know, you know, starring Alyx. I'm sure the question, of course, will come up. You wouldn't even say it, but like Half-Life 3, I'm sure some people are like, why is this not Half-Life 3? Why is this a prequel? So can you sort of explain, like, timeline, how that all kind of came together? Because you said, let's do Half-Life, but it's like, just carry it forward, guys.
Yeah, I think Robin is the perfect person to answer this question.
Time to leave.
Yeah. I mean, in all honesty,
Good question,
back in
Jeff.
2016
Good
when we
question.
started this, I mean, Half-Life was just a terrifying, sorry, Half-Life 3, terrifyingly daunting prospect, right? You know, and I think to some extent, VR was a way we could fool ourselves into believing we could, you know, we had a way to do this. Because by starting with VR and then trying to think about Half-Life and how it worked with it and playtesting those, you're immediately in a space where we have something we
Satchfast, thanks for
understand
doing that.
well, Half-Life's
To
core
Drew.
gameplay,
Drew us.
and a new platform with new prospects,
forward, Drew us.
new possibilities, and we can do that translation, and then we can watch people play it. And so within a week or two, we're starting to learn. We're able to watch someone go through it. And so it was really easy to not try and think about the big picture of like, we're making Half-Life 3 and just focus on, let's figure out what people enjoy in this, and let's make forward progress. And in some ways, like VR was a little bit, like the sort of
Mark,
like the way the gravity gun helped us in Half-Life 2, where it just that became the tent pole
Strawberry,
you
now
could
you
wrap
gotta
so
pay.
much
That
around.
innovation around it.
Exactly. And so VR became this thing that we could wrap everything around.
Kind of like a rail to slide along for design,
Yeah.
No, I think that's fair.
Whereas Half-Life 3, if it's like, hey, tomorrow you're working on Half-Life 3, you're like, oh God.
No, and they said the expectation. You
Terrifying.
said there's a safety to sort of doing a VR thing, whereas you said doing a full-blown, Half-Life 3 that has crazy expectations.
Yeah, sort of. It's completely wide open in terms of what you're gonna.
And then we were handed. Well, we found this VR as the platform, as the backbone of this project. We didn't have to find it.
Okay, this is interesting.
And then by the time
listen,
we start.
Listen to the way. Okay, so they. You're not gonna like this, gamers. Yeah, nine picked it up. So listen to the way he talks about the way the platform they were on. Yeah.
Well, and they said the expectation. You
Terrifying.
said there's a safety to sort of doing a VR thing, whereas you said doing a full-blown, Half-Life 3 that has crazy expectations.
Yeah, sort of. It's completely wide open in terms of what you're gonna.
And then we were handed. Well, we found this VR as the.
Okay, so he says we were handed, and then he says, "Oh well, we found this VR," because they're talking about what platform they're on and why they were developing Alyx for VR. He started off by saying we were handed because they were handed. I mean, like, that's what I'm trying to say is that, like, above them, Valve. By the way, I don't think that Valve is trying to make a bad game or a cop-out. I actually think they're trying to make a really good game. But above them, someone was like, hey, we need to make a VR game. Like, we need to make a VR killer app because we need to sell these VR headsets. Not to mention that we, whatever, we think Valve is, or VR is the future, et cetera, because I think they've invested tons of money in R&D and all that other stuff into VR. So, of course, above them, they're like, make a game for VR because it's got to sell VR headsets, but also make it good. So there are ways to do this both. Like, everyone assumes that it's just this negative, like, money grab, and it's not. I don't think it is. I think they're trying to make a really good VR game that is also only for VR. But it is interesting to hear him say, we were handed, and he says, oh, we found.
Yeah, sort of. It's
right here.
Completely wide open in terms of what you're gonna.
And then we were handed. Well, we found this VR as the platform, as the backbone of this project. We didn't have to find it.
Right.
It was right there.
Yeah. And then by the time, we started to realize, like, we started making a bunch of progress and seeing things that were working long before we get to the point of deciding how big is this thing we're building. And so we were able to, by the time you start, I think, really dramatically increasing our aspirations for the product and realizing, no, this should be big. We've got a lot already that, we've already got a bunch of success behind us.
The scale of what you're doing, I think you said the characters and the world and the combat, and when you see City 17, like, realized in true high definition, right? And that's the thing is, to me, like, the characters and the world, it's deeply immersive and it's in your mind's eye, like what you want,
And a real
this world
scale.
like. Oh yeah, I mean, that's what, like,
scale
the first moment in the game, not to spoil too much of the game, but when you first, like, walk outside and you're like, wow, there's this little, and like the way that, the sound and the visuals, it's like, it touches you, and it's the kind of thing that I think a lot of us, like, thought we would never get to see from you guys. And even I'm sure some
never in this.
Well, but the thing is, I would also say what I like about this project is that a lot of folks that have come to Valve, in the past decade, are working on this as well, right? And they probably came to Valve saying, hey, maybe one day I'll get to work on a Half-Life. And like, I think if, like the Campo Santo guys are involved in this, Jay, Eric, writing Portal 2, they're now working on this. A lot of the, folks that came here never got to work on a Half-Life game. So it must be kind of is there kind of a motivation to the team now, which is, exciting that everyone's like, we're finally doing this?
Everyone is.
For sure.
It's
really easy to recruit for this project.
Yes, yeah.
Surprisingly enough.
Once we had something that a bunch of the company could play, then I think, it is really exciting having this combination of a bunch of people who have a deep understanding and experience building building content that uses the kind of DNA Dave was talking about, the sort of core of Half-Life, but then having a bunch of this new, fresh perspectives, in some cases from people who have built games elsewhere that were inspired by some of that original DNA, and then returning, learning their own ways of doing things, and then having that join sort of the experience we have. I think, we were really able to get to some places, especially around narrative, I think, in this product that the best stuff we've ever done, and we're really excited.
I would agree with that. I think, you're not just doing a Half-Life VR game, you're kind of pushing not only the VR medium, but I think just the industry forward with some of the stuff you're doing in this game and how you're blending combat and gameplay and dialogue, and that's why I said, like, it's classic Valve, and like those moments I remember from the first Half-Life where, my CD would spin up with the audio and we'd go into like great combat scenarios, and like that, the DNA of that I feel like is in this. It just happens to be in VR.
Very flattering.
That's
Which
good
is
to
like,
hear. No, I believe me. Like I'm excited to kind of tell more of that story next year of how you guys got here, and again, all the things that have happened behind the scenes. But I think, one thing everyone will probably see this and say, like, okay, Valve's back, right? In a sense of like making these games, not that far away, we hope, right? March, you're calling it, right?
Yep.
In the trailer. But I think people probably wonder, like, okay, moving forward, does this mean that Valve now is just making VR games? Like, are we going to get that Half-Life 3 or that new big epic kind of Valve game down the road? Or is it like, oh, now we're making VR games, that's what we do?
We're very excited about this, but until we ship, you never know. Maybe we're all really wrong. And it's terrible.
We have to wait and see what the results are like.
But to some extent, wait and see.
But what it is? It's like it's been such a long wait. I think people are like, okay, and I personally, this is just me saying this, but I think it feels to me like a bridge to more, because the tech that you guys have there, the way it looks, the way it plays, the way it feels, it gets me excited about where you guys
We're
can
very
go.
excited about building more Half-Life.
Yeah,
That's for sure. Like, we have had an absolute blast building this game. In some ways, for a bunch of us who have been off on, a lot of multiplayer stuff, other things for years, it is incredibly fun to be back building single-player products again. It's so much fun just to work on them, like watching one playtester after a time, one playtester after another, just go through this experience and just hone it so carefully around them, especially in VR where playtesters emote so much more in their, you can see their whole body,
respond to the situation.
Panicking, dropping clips on the ground as they fumble their weapons because there's zombies in front of them. All these things, it's been really fun watching playtests. Anyway, so it's been really fun to build this. I think, wherever we go next, or whatever platform, whatever, we focus on, I think we're excited.
Come on, Robin, say it. No, the engine is now at a point where it's like you can do this stuff, though, right?
Yeah, the engine is ready now. I think it's like Robin says, we want to put this out and see how the world reacts to it.
It's not tied to their own VR
before
headset.
We, make any
tied to any VR headset
about what we do next.
No, it just. I love that you've got
Thanks,
the team and the energy here. It feels like to ship stuff and do more. Whether that's another Half-Life or a brand new IP. I think what I just get excited about is this group making new stuff moving forward. So. Can't wait to see what's next. All right, well, we get March 2020, Half-Life Alyx coming out. And again, we'll do the final hours next year. It's been so fun to do those with Half-Life, Half-Life 2, Portal, and that will take everyone through really the past decade at Valve and all that you guys have been through, all the experiments that you don't know about, and obviously the making of this game. So thanks for doing this for everyone watching, because it's like, I think this is the day that we didn't think was ever going to come. So.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
really fun getting that.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank
you.
So
there you have it, Internet. Half-Life Alyx is real. Thanks to the guys at Valve for allowing me to really chronicle their story. And I've always appreciated Gabe just kind of letting me come in here and hang out, talk to the guys. And the final hours of Half-Life Alyx that I will bring out in March alongside the game will take you through everything that has happened at Valve for the past decade. I think you will be very surprised about some of the things that have happened and excited that it has all led to this point. Speaking of Half-Life Alyx, the Game Awards, December 12th. Yes, we will have more to share with you on the game there, so I hope you get to tune in.
You bet, Jeff.
I'm excited to show more of the game there. Thanks for watching, and get ready. Half-Life's back in 2020.
I like how excited Jeff is. All right, so important. Jeff asked a lot of really good questions. And Von Steugen, I've known them for a while, and I just started doing stuff with them because James has been out. So, important things to note about Half-Life Alyx. Here's the system requirements: Core i5, 12 gigs of RAM, GTX 1060 is the minimum, RX 580 and Ryzen 5 as well. Good for any Half-Life or any VR headset. So, Valve Index, HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, Windows Mixed Reality. So you can get away with, I was pricing it out just recently. Get away with spending like $350-ish for a headset and the game. If you buy the Valve Index, which is $1,000, holy shit, then the game comes with it. But yeah, good interview from Jeff, and I'm super excited about it. I'm excited about seeing more Half-Life because I love Half-Life. I've loved it for years, and you can see in this interview, if you're looking at the guys here, this is kind of something that I feel like I should say to you guys, to chat, and to people watching, is that you can see these guys are they're not scared. It's very tenuous because they don't want to fuck up. They really don't want to fuck up. They've been working extremely hard, obviously, and I'm sure it's on a game that they really, really care about. I'm positive that Valve is making that. They are making a game that they care about, and they don't want to get like skewered because they had to make it in VR or whatever else, and I'm sure those choices came from above them. And again, even then, it's like, they're pushing the technology forward. Maybe we'll see. We'll find out. And they're a business. They got to sell headsets. That's part of being in a corporation. However, I'm sure that they are working very, very hard on a game that they care about. So that's important. That's important for everybody to note. I think, like, I can't say the same for every video game that exists. I can't say the same. Meaning, I know that every developer is working the hardest they possibly can, but I trust Valve, and I know that they are doing that. I really do. And it's funny because like I would have said the same thing about Fallout 76. I was like, I trust Bethesda, and boy, they dropped the ball on that one. So I mean, it's a very real possibility they could be dropping the ball, but I don't think they are going to. I don't think that Valve will. Now you can clip this and then show me in March and be like, oh, the game's garbage. And I'll be like, fuck. But I really do think they care about this because I think people at Valve really do care about video games and Half-Life. Yeah, I don't think the game's going to be bad. I really don't. I would be very surprised. It is unfortunate that it is a VR exclusive. That is unfortunate. No, yeah, 9, I agree. I don't think the headset's going to be the be all end all of VR, the Valve Index. But again, it's a business decision, and we live in a world of businesses currently. And that's just something that we all have to sort of understand. Okay, let's watch the trailer again because it's awesome. What? No. Why did it freeze? Stop it.
I'm here. So what's the plan?
If we can get this weapon, what we're doing here could change things forever.
There's no straight shot to the vault. I'm gonna head inside, find a way out.
Got it. I'm with you every step of the way.
You're gonna need a gun. Don't worry, it's unloaded. It's unloaded now.
Combine cheddar's really picking up. They know you're coming. You need to get out of here, now. Oh, God.
They've got Dad.
They're gonna find out what he knows, and then they're gonna kill him.
All this is my fault. I never told you. I couldn't. I'm so sorry, baby.
You will not save him. Alyx Vance alone cannot prevent his fate.
Close your eyes, honey.
Cool. I think that looks cool. Yeah, gravity gloves. Gravity gloves. Canister Cop and Nutbuster, by the way. Thank you for the subs. Very much. Oh, I'm so excited. When's the last time I played Half-Life? Man, it's been a long time. I think I played Half-Life 2 Episode 3 a couple of years ago. And it was just as fun. I do not have a VR setup at all. Teak Ohms, thank you for the sub as well. No, I don't have a VR setup, so it's perfect for me because I haven't bought a headset, so I'm probably going to buy the oh, did I say Episode 3? Oops. Half-Life 2 Episode 2, is that what it is? I always forget which episode it is. Half-Life 2 Episode 3. Yeah, Half-Life 2 Episode 3. Right? No. Which one did I play? Half-Life 2 Episode 2? I forget. Episode 2, there it is. The last one they made. Yeah, they don't make a 3, you're right. And they still didn't make a 3. Half-Life Alyx is not Half-Life 3. It's a prequel between Half-Life and Half-Life 2. But anyways. Yeah, alright. I'll be back. I'll be streaming in, like, let's say a couple hours. I think I'm gonna play some more Fallen Order. Because I love that game and it's fucking awesome. It is only VR, Ultrazar. It is only VR. Keep that in mind. Must be Woody. Thanks for the tier 1 sub. Hell yeah, tier 1. Oh, well. I'm still excited. I knew it would be VR only. We all knew that. I'm still excited though. We needed a killer app. We don't have a VR killer app, right, guys? We don't have that. There's no such thing. We don't. There is no game that is making us buy VR. This is the only thing right now that's making us buy VR. I don't have VR. VR chat. Yeah. Beat Saber is the closest we've got. Yeah, same with that lightsaber game on Oculus Quest. I mean, Superhot's great. There are games that are great in VR, but we don't have a killer app, and this is it. This is it, everybody.